Hey YouTube world. Hey IG. Let me get settled and grounded for a brief moment. If you don't already know, this is Amethyst Goddess here checking in from In Alignment Ministries. Okay. And like I said earlier, if you looked at my stories, I was not expecting to do this reading. I was really just going to probably do some little channeled messages like on my IG and call it a day. I really wasn't planning on doing a live or anything. So I think it's really some pertinent information that needs to come through. Okay. And it's not just for the full moon, even though the full moon in Aquarius is very significant for a lot of us. And this is just chlorophyll water, okay? I don't even know where it's going, but I'm open to it. I know I was told to use this, and then I saw one card of this. So I'm just going to go and roll with spirit as far as the direction of it, okay? All right. So I'm using Barberi Zodiac Oracle, and I'm going to do it by the elements. But if there's some pertinent information for a sign, a particular sign, I'm going to say what sign needs to hear something. You know what I mean? Okay. So just to set the tone, okay? Here we go. Okay, so it immediately went straight to my throat chakra, okay? So I got my handy dandy crystals right here, and I'm just gonna go with whatever spirit is saying, okay? So I do my prayer. If you resonate to do a prayer, you can do one, on your end. Spirit, what element do I need to speak with right now? Okay, so I'm hearing water. Water. I actually need to speak to the water element, okay? Hi, how are you? Welcome. Okay. So water element. The water element wants to communicate right now, okay? Okay, some of you are really connected to some angelic beings, okay? Some of you are we all have, well, a lot of us, a great portion of us have spirit teams, right? And whatever you resonate with. So basically, I'm getting the water energy. You have like some very angelic beings surrounding you, okay? So they want to communicate, as well as I'm gonna pull out a card. And then this is just my wand. Okay, this is an amethyst wand that I use from time to time, but I felt guided to really use it today. I'm really glad you called. Yes, I'm glad I'm on this live too. There was a lot of high energy. Usually when I feel higher energy or higher, like a higher vibration, it's like celestial, angelic forces, okay? Like type energy. So I heard crown activation. Some of you may be going through a crown activation right now. This is the water element. Okay. Okay, so the card that actually wants to speak in regards to the current energy is the Leo energy, okay? This is Leo season. Okay. So there are some endeavors that you want to participate in, but you need that fire activation. You need that fire ignition to basically initiate some things, set some things in motion, okay? Water elements. And I'm getting this fiery energy just really like permeating through this card here, okay? It's flowing through this card. All right. And I just heard make a wish, okay? So some of you, I don't know if you can see that good. Okay, some of you, there's a rainbow here, but I heard make a wish. Okay, so if you believe in God or you resonate with spirit or however you connect to source, there's like a connection there asking you to make a wish. Okay, to not, and I'm hearing circumvent, but not cut your wishes short, your desires short, your longing for change. Don't cut that short because it is actually within your grasp. Okay. Exactly. It is cool that they came out during for Leo season. So evidently there's something that the water needs. Okay. And I just heard steam, full steam ahead. Okay. So if you know with fire and with water, okay, there's a type of element that goes, and I just saw the clock is wrong in here. It's like 4 minutes behind. So it's like saying like 11:11 right now. When I logged in, it said 11:01. So I've been seeing ones. I'm a water sign. So there may be some angelic messages communicated saying 111 1111, different numeric uh messages coming through. Okay, and you can look that up, or you don't even have to look it up. Just tap into source, to spirit or your guides, and ask, what is that symbolizing for me? Pay attention to when those numbers come up. What is it saying? What's going on in the atmosphere or in the environment that is telling you to look out for or pay attention to? Okay, that's all you got to do, is just be self-aware. So, with this energy, Leo is all about I will, okay? And they operate within the heart space. And I just recently posted something yesterday. Well, yesterday I posted um operating in your heart space. When is the last time you did something that you love, that you show compassion, and you exercise forgiveness, that you actually did something without the expectation of an exchange, that you just did it just because. And spirit is wanting you to tap into that heart space, but I'm also hearing that you need to tap into your sacral energy power. Okay, so the sacral or the sacral energy is about your emotions, your passion, um it's a little bit of drive, because solar plexus is about drive more so than sacral, but I heard it, so I'm just going to honor it. But it's just you going down in those lower chambers, okay, and ushering up that energy, okay. So it's like a channel going through, like an energy channel, like an energy portal. You are encapsulated within this portal of energy because it's going to push you through, okay, to the next level. So water signs, you're really going to start changing your look. There may be some modifications as far as your physical appearance. Some of you will be losing weight effortlessly. It will fall off of you because those, I'm getting chills, those are actual attachments that have secured themselves on you due to your mind state and your vibration. Okay, so spirit is saying, you know what, no more of that. You have done all that you needed, all that you can at this point. Let us take over. So you've opened up yourself and said, okay, spirit, have your way, help me, guide me, lead me. You got it up to a certain point. So now it's a thing where you're opening and giving room for expansion. Okay. And it's something about the Jupiter energy. Remember, I'm an intuitive reader. So it's something about Jupiter energy, okay, that is saying, okay, it's expansion time. So now that you clean house and make room, that means there's an opening there that they can fill up, okay? So initially, prior to this energy shift, you weren't able to, I heard incapacitated. So you weren't able to receive all the blessings or all the flows of all the opportunities, the people, the connections, because there was leftover connections, leftover baggage, leftover um issues or whatnot that was coming through that was kind of stopping the flow. Okay, stopping the flow. So initiate and then allow. Okay, that is my suggestion. Also, grounding. I'm hearing grounding. Ground your energy, because it's going to be a thing where some things are going to shift and it's kind of make you feel like off balance. Okay. And you may be a little bit more sensitive during this time. All right. So I'm hearing specifically Scorpio. What is going on with Scorpio? Scorpio and Cancer, I'm hearing. Okay, I'm hearing new relationships, okay? And it doesn't always have to be romantic, it can be platonic, but there are going to be some new connections that you're going to be resonating with. You know, those past things you cleared out already. And even if you didn't, you may have had tower moments where it was like y'all bumped heads, y'all not getting along, communication is dead, and it was like no choice. Okay. So specifically Scorpio and Cancer is an impact on relationships. Let me hear something about Pisces. I heard new development. Okay. Some of you may be getting attuned, or there may be some form of activation spiritually in your gifts. Okay. Your intuition may be heightened, and it's not necessarily just for the full moon. This is like something that's going on as we speak and onward. Okay. There's some form of activation that is heightening your perception as well as your intuition. Okay. Your intuition is a part of your perception. Okay. Yes, indeed. Indeed. And I just heard home. If you are looking for a home, okay, or if you desire to relocate, go on your realtor apps, you know, go on your Zillow apps or whatever. I'm not trying to like name drop, but just throwing it out there. Your go out and travel, go drive around and look at places. Okay, even if it's not within necessarily a budget that you can imagine that you can afford, or it sounds like it's out of your range, go and look at those places. Do walkthroughs, do even if they say, you know, you got a book to, you know, schedule an appointment to see the place. They don't know your business, right? They don't know your finances like that. So even if it's not within the scope that you think you are qualified for, go. Okay. That's what I'm getting. So, relationships, new connections, spiritual activations, in addition to homes, relocations, and also travel. If you're looking to travel, start jotting the plans, writing things down as far as that is concerned. Okay. And I heard write the vision. So vision boards are not necessarily something annually, FYI. It's also a thing where you can use throughout the year. Whatever, it's like your wish is my command is what I'm hearing. So what you desire? What do you love? What do you want? Okay? Answer those questions within yourself. Really tap in and think about those things, okay? Don't limit yourself. Don't go by what you can conceptualize in the sense of affordability, opportunity, availability, all of that. That's no need for you to think about that. That's out of your scope. Okay. So let the higher ups, in a sense, if you're talking about energies and guides or whatever, allow them to manifest something within that empty space that you have made room for. Okay, that is good. That is good. That is good. Okay, who do I need to speak to right now? Air. Okay, so I'm doing the air elements. All right, I'm doing air, and I just heard think, 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 think. So either you're dwelling on something really heavy, or their spirit is asking you to think, like really think. And that will be an easy operation for y'all anyway, air signs. Okay. Okay. So the card that came out for air signs was the Scorpio card. Scorpio. Here we go, right? Okay. So the Scorpio card. I wonder if you can see that. Okay. Scorpio's affirmation is about I create and I desire. Okay. I create, I desire. So there is an element where you've been shortchanging yourself, thinking that you don't have the capability to access efficiency. Interesting. You don't believe you have the energy. Wow, chills again. You don't believe you have the energy to shift into gear to the next level without feeling exhausted, without feeling overspent, or there's a subconscious limitation going on where there's self limitation where you think that you're not able to go full throttle on your dreams, on your ambitions, on your healing journey, thinking that you can't make it. It's a self imprisonment where you feel like you do not have the strength. And I just heard, thy will be done. Yours, air signs. Okay? Hey, I'm on the air sign element, okay? So, Spirit is saying, remove the shackles of the past, okay? Remove the shackles of the past. The past is the past. If you initiated a dream, a goal, endeavor, a relationship, connections, whatever, and they were faulty or they failed, so what? Okay? So what? That debris from the past is gone. Even if you wanted to look and dwell on it, you probably can't even remember it. You just feel like you can't do it. But Spirit is saying that you have all power, all will, all passion, all desire, all creativity within you. And all you have to do is act on it. You think, then you act. Okay? Again, Scorpio energy is about digging deep, going down into the underworld of your subconscious and removing those limitations that you have allowed to fixate on you. It's almost like a thing where you can literally like just slide these cuffs off, these chains. but you think they're on like legit tight, but they're not. You literally can slide these off. This is what I'm seeing in the spirit. That you don't even have to be in this entrapment of fear. Okay? And I'm hearing the sky is the limit, but I'm hearing the sky in a sense, not the literal sky, because it's past that. It's like over that. There's no cap, you know, there's no cap as far as where you can go. Okay. So what else do I have here for the air signs? Okay, technology. Okay, some of you think that you have to be in physical contact, right? Because these remind me of like phalanges, like fingers or whatever, tactile, right? You think that you have to be in physical connections in order to generate the popularity or the awareness of your brand, the awareness of your business, or someone needs to recognize you. But use your resources. The internet is available to you. Your soul tribe now can be connected digitally, right? So even if you don't have it physically there in your city, your town, your country, your state, whatever, that energy of resources is available to you through technology. Okay? And spirit is saying tap into that. Aquarius energy is about thinking outside the box. Their affirmation is I know. So even if a person outside that may have all these intelligence, brilliance, experience, what have you, that energy is saying be confident and know that you have the full capability to do whatever you set your mind to. So someone can tell you, actually, according to my calculation, you won't be able to move within a year's time. It will actually probably take 3 to 5 years. But that Aquarius energy is saying, nah, bruh. Nah, I'm not getting that time frame. Right? I'm not hearing that. That don't have nothing to do with me. Like, I heard what you said, but I'm telling you what I know. Okay? And even if they are not necessarily sure, I never got an energy from Aquarius that they will act unsure. Even in their unsure capabilities or being unsure as far as they may not know what it is, they never experienced it. It's something about them that even though they don't know, they legit don't know because they may not have the experience or they just freaking don't know, they will act like they know. It's no shade. That's just what y'all do, okay? No shade. But that's what y'all do. Y'all say, well, tell me how and whatever. Nah, they will legit act like they know and play it off and will be adamant that they know, like they get what you're saying. Like, nah, bro. But the energy is saying those things that you are, I'm hearing hiding. Some of you are hiding. Some of you are not showing your true nature, your true personality. Some of you, if you are in the forefront, you're hiding behind a lens. You're not truly being your authentic self. Your story, your message needs to be heard. And this is for the air signs, period. That's Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. I'm hearing facade. Some of you are hoping that the facade you're pulling off right now, that you eventually catch up to it. So I guess the saying, fake it till you make it. So if you don't have the 6-figure income coming in right now, if your products are not really selling, if you don't have the home that you, desire, you're making it seem like you got it. Now, it can work for you and it also can work against you. Okay. And I know with social media, a lot of times we have these personas that some people express to be entertaining, captivating, engaging, or what have you. But Spirit is saying your real legit story is good enough. That, sometimes you don't have to put on that face like everything is okay. It's okay to share messages that will inspire someone else. Now, if it's a thing where you don't feel comfortable in a certain dynamic because you haven't fully went through your process, by all means, hey, you can wait on that. But even still, you can show glimpses of your personality. You don't have to show your whole house. You know what I'm saying? And that's not in a literal sense. That is in a metaphorical sense. So your whole house, meaning everyone doesn't have to know all of your business, but they can have glimpses of your personality. Okay? People really legit like you for you. There are people that are looking for someone to relate to through you. And if you are not expressing that and not showing that, it's like there's a perfect niche for you, just for you. And people are looking for that connection. And I'm just like, well, I guess, man, I don't see anyone that talks like me or thinks like me, or I can't relate to these people. Um, I don't really like this type of content or whatever. You may have an actual bomb ass business idea or a concept or product that you keep second guessing on. And I heard story. So if you're an author, if you're a writer, like someone wants to hear your genre, your perspective on even social issues, relationships, or whatnot. You actually have like legit talents that you're sitting on. And Spirit is saying to tap into it. Some of you may actually connect with Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, or Uriel, yeah. I'm hearing celestial beings. And I keep hearing the word magnitude, and I'm seeing like there is some telepathic communication ability or some form of energy transference that some of you may have or the ability to do that will make your work more efficient, because I keep that efficiency thing keep coming up. So something energetically that you can tap into that will allow you to execute ideas or concepts in a fast manner so that you don't exhaust all your energy. You have like this divine ability and I'm hearing telepathic. You have this ability to use your crown, your third eye, all that. Just it's a higher level activation. Okay, it's a higher vibration where you can actually tap into so that you can get things done quickly. Use it. Okay. All right. I'm hearing fire. Fire now. Okay. I heard explosion. Don't know what that's about. If this seemed like current news type event, okay? I don't know what that's about. So if something is in the news in regards to an explosion, let me know. Because it's not like a explosion like, oh, passion and fire and desire kind of stuff. No. Like a literal explosion. 2 cards came out for the fire signs. That's Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. So the first card that comes out is Sagittarius. Okay. Sagittarius is about I perceive and I see. Then the air element came out. Okay. For the fire signs. That's interesting. When I pulled this card out, I heard war, like a lion roar. Roar. That's interesting. Oh, air, communication. Speak with conviction. Fire signs. Eloquent. You have the ability to communicate eloquently. You may be actually physically attractive, or at least your energy makes you physically attractive. You know how some people, they may not be the best looking, but it's something about their smile or their presence, their energy. It's like, dang, you. That's what I'm getting from this. That you would draw people in with your communication style. Okay. Be aware of energy vampires because I heard siphoning energy. Okay. Spiritual protection is a must. Okay. Especially during this time. There are people that are desperate and are leaking energetically. They are leaking and they're looking for either someone to stop the leakage or someone to replenish them. Okay? You could do neither for them. You can do neither. So you can't help them. That's an independent walk. Okay? That's their personal journey that they need to handle. All right? Sagittarius energy. I also, when I look back at this card for the air element for fire signs, I'm also hearing, I lost it. I lost it. I lost it. I should have just said it. It's something about the air, like physical air. What is that? It'll come back. If it's meant to be, it'll come back. But it's something about some kind of smoke. Okay? Something physically like there's smoke. It's not like a metaphoric thing where there's smoke, there's fire and all that kind of stuff. It's not symbolic at all. Dang, it just as soon as it came in, it left. And I just heard a song by Janet Jackson. Sometimes I hear songs intuitively. Um, that's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. Um, the Janet Jackson. Um, yeah. So that song may be of resonance for you. Okay. Dust storm is another term. That's not the term that came up earlier, but I'm hearing dust storm with this. And tsunami, which is interesting because this is air element, but okay. So these may be actual physical energies that's going on globally, okay? But let's tap into the energy of Sagittarius for the fire signs. What is I've heard the term off kilter, but I'm hearing that right now. I don't necessarily know what it means. Okay? Not right now. I can't pull out my stuff. Let me see. Just bear with me, y'all. Not in the usual expected or correct condition or state. Away from the usual expected or correct condition or state. That is what that is. So your perception may be off because, again, Sagittarius is about I see, I perceive. Your perception may be off in regards to, oh, I heard a love affair or a connection. Some of you are becoming more realistic of the expectations in regards to a connection. So you may have had rose colored glasses previously, okay? But now you really see, and it may be uncomfortable for you to deal with right now. You may have had to communicate the differences, but I'm also hearing similarities. So there is a compare and contrast situation where you're comparing how it seemed like it was in the beginning as far as a connection and what you're actually seeing now. Okay. So that car salesman personality where they said it was going to be this and that, I'm going to get you this and that, and we're going to be this and that and whatever. And you 3 to 6 months in, maybe even a year or more, and you like, I ain't seeing none of this. And I didn't know you was like this or that. And the thought of starting over sometimes overwhelm you. I'm hearing stories. So the stories that you believe, the stories that were told to you, the stories that you adopted, the stories that you even created within yourself as far as what your situation was, and specifically with the relationship, it's not. It's not accurate. Acknowledge it, accept it, okay? Deal with it, and move away from it, especially if it no longer resonates with you. And that story is not comfortable. Like, if it's uncomfortable, it's actually good in this situation. If it's uncomfortable, correction. If it's uncomfortable, it's actually a good thing. It's a key indicator that you need to let it go and release it so you can move on and have the right type of connections. Okay? All right. All right. Earth signs. That's my last element. Earth signs. I love you guys. I love all you guys, actually. Okay. Spirit is asking you to go and tap into your heart space in regards to your relationships, in regards to your home. Some of you are passing and going, it's like a pass and go type thing as far as the connections where you're actually like, I don't, I say hi and bye, and that's pretty much it. You get what I'm saying? You're not actually interacting with the people that you live with. It's like a talk to them, I talk to them, I don't, I don't. It's more so like a roommate situation versus relation, romantic or even familial. Like it's not, there's no intimacy, no, it's not personable. Okay, it's almost like a business contract in a sense. And some of you may actually legit be roommates, but there is no connection there and you feel disconnected. Some of you may actually be disconnected with your family. Okay, you may have harden your hearts towards your connections from your blood relatives. You get what I'm saying? And there's no judgment there, but a spirit is actually asking you to like reconsider some things. What do you feel about those relationships? You know what I mean? So I feel Cancer energy. Cancer deals with those intimate connections, those relationships. Some of you have been wounded by your mother or by those intimate connections where now you don't even want to fool with them, like, or anyone for that matter. You probably have secluded yourself. You probably secluded yourself from those type of relationships because you don't want anyone to really get close to you right now. Okay. Some of you are longing for a parent. I heard guardian too. Some of you desire family and you may have attempted to actually start a family, but it really hasn't been successful. So whether you're like literally, attempting to have a baby, you know what I mean? Or adoption or just even being connected, like trying to reconnect with, family relationships, whether it's aunties, uncles, whatever, because you desire that and you feel there's a lack there. And I also heard family reunion. Some of you may be planning a family reunion. Some of you may desire that. Okay. And I heard overdrive. So, in instances where a lot of us, we grew up, even if we had both of our parents, we had caretakers or whatever, they may have not been the healthiest, right? They may have not been the healthiest relationships or connections. And I heard discombobulated. There may be some confusion as far as roles. ROLES. Are there roles? Are there certain positions within the family? I'm hearing distortion. So, say for instance, your mom may have exuded a lot of masculine energy, so you didn't receive the emotional connections that you desired as much as you wanted to, and then you went out in the world and you kind of was out there on some flim flam. I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I don't know who I resonate with. Right. Right. So it's a thing where there is some distortion on like those mental and emotional connections because it's more so emotional. Okay. It's emotional. Some of the things you grew up and you ate, you may be allergic to right now. I'm seeing like cow's milk, like someone actually like throwing up. And no, that's graphic. But it's like it's you're regurgitating like those things that, oh, okay, so this is literal and spiritual. So if there were things that you were taught growing up that either no longer resonate, weren't healthy, whatever, generational attachments, aka curses, subconscious lies, adaptation to those lies, your circumstances, you're actually getting rid of it. like energetically, you're getting rid of it and you're recreating new things and new ways of living, new ideas or whatever. And some of you are actually, you no longer can eat the foods that you were raised on. And I went through that like I used to think my mom's food was the bomb. Like her food was, man, the best thing going. And then when I left and did my own thing and cooked my own food and had other foods, types of foods, it's like, uh, mom already ate. Mom already ate. I'm good. Thank you though. I appreciate it. So it's like you can't even really eat the food. You don't really, even the culture may be different where you may not even jive with the same stuff anymore. Like there's a disconnect between you and what you were raised in. You know what I mean? The environment, the culture. And culture, it doesn't have to be different cultures. It can be the culture of your environment, your upbringing. Okay. Any other messages for Earth? Any other messages? This is just clear quartz. This is another one. Okay. I usually use these with my tarot deck. Right. Exactly. When she's not looking, you flush down your food. I know she's like, dang, you ate that already? You want another serving? Oh, actually, I'm stuffed. So just to let you know, I'm recording not only on here on IG, I'm actually on YouTube and I'm looking at the comments. Don't sleep on my YouTube channel, like for real. Go on Linktree, go on there, subscribe on my YouTube. When I post, the content is a hitter, okay? Like for real. Um, what else? Oh, excuse me. I was guided to pull one more card and then I'm gonna close this out because I see how long I've been on here. I'm not trying to be on here too long. Give me one more card for Earth signs, please. Dang, you feel like I did the signs already? The next time I think I'm gonna take it up a notch. I think I'm gonna do like the signs, like individual signs. But I felt guided this time around to only do elements, and if there were specific messages in regards to a zodiac sign, I would mention it. Okay, but yeah, I'm already like, God, excuse my language on here, okay? But Mars, um, Aries is connected to Mars. Scorpio used to be connected to Mars. I'm getting more so like a conflict with this energy. Some of you may be a little bit more outspoken and defensive. Like pull back a little bit, okay? Pull back a little bit because there can be some conflict. Yeah, there can be some conflict. I'm just seeing something with one of my charts, okay? I just heard talk too much. Someone may feel like you legit talk too much. Someone actually feel like all you do is bring conflict. So be mindful of that, okay? Some of you actually may be real particular. Uh, Stickler, is there that a word? Not sure. But it's like you're real particular when it comes to the finances, when it comes to abundance planning. I use that word versus budgeting. Okay. So you may actually be like, look here, the checks and balances, like you went over 300, like what's going on? Like what's good? And the person may be defensive as far as you coming at them like that. Also, when I touched the Mars card, I heard I'll just do it myself. So some of you have come in contact with, like there was some resistance in regards to certain things that you were initiating, And Mars is like that warlike energy. Okay. So if you feel like you're supposed to go in and do whatever you need to do as far as your ambition or whatever you feel is important, you're going to do it. And it's coming off like aggressively. And I just heard needs met. So some of you, there may be a situation where financially you're stabilizing your your finances and like your living situation, and people surrounding you may be it feels like it's coming against you, but they're not coming against you. They just got their own stuff that they got going on, right? But it makes you're coming off defensive like they're actually attacking you, but they're not. They just got their own mess that they got to really clean up. And if it's finances, if it's keeping their word as far as a project or a venture or even a certain agreement, they may not be reliable at this time. But if you see that, there's no need for you to like pop off. It really isn't. You have the full capability of initiating and taking the change that you need to do and just kind of let them do them. Okay. And I heard you don't need them. You may feel like you do, but you really don't. Okay. So that's all I have as far as the elements. Okay. I really had to get those messages out. I was like, man, I was not expecting to do a reading. Like, I really wasn't. Like, I was just gonna just post some stuff. You know what I mean? But I felt guided to. So I'm gonna post this. Then you'll be able to come back to it. Excuse me. Those who were missed it or you want to go back to it and check it out, by all means. Oh, awesome. You was pleasantly surprised. Good, good. I was too. But as you can see, I have a lot of energy. Prior to this, I felt a little sleepy. And when I got the message, like, get on at 11, like, and do an element read for the current energy, I'm like, okay. But that's all I have, y'all. All right. Be well. Take care. Love y'all.